Guess what, guys? There's a Game 7 tonight. There is a Game 7 tonight. And, in times of troubles, I don't play Lean on Me by Bill Withers. I instead play this song that I heard on TikTok that sounds sarcastic, but it isn't. This is how you manifest positive chakra.
Everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's fine and good and fine. Nothing's wrong.
I'm feeling great.
Everything's cool and chill and nice.
And guess what, guys? It is. Because did you hear what Mauricio Dubon had to say going into Game 7 tonight at Minute Maid Park? We're Houston. Boom! So, Sunday into Monday, losing like that, it sucks. But they're going to be fine. And we'll talk more in detail about Game 7 as the show continues. But this is where you have the pitching edge. Scherzer in 2023 against postseason Christian Javier in 2023. This is where you have the edge when it comes to starting pitching. And you should be able to get to the Rangers bullpen. A full bullpen because of what Eovaldi gave the Rangers last night. That is the big edge that you have going into tonight's game. I have full faith in Christian Javier and what he's going to be able to do. It's just a matter of, can the Astros bats get on Max Scherzer in a way that they weren't able to in the 2019 World Series game number 7. Positive vibes today, babe. Altuve was good last night. Yordan Alvarez was good last night. Jose Abreu was good last night. But there were a lot of other players in the lineup that need to wake the F up. I think Bregman, at the very least, has been patient. But for anyone who potentially plays in the outfield, whether it's Mauricio Dubon or Chas McCormick, they can't press. They got to sit back. They got to force Scherzer to throw strikes, whoever ends up playing there. And I would say for Jeremy Pena, same thing. Kyle Tucker, same thing. And I don't know what's up with Tucker. I saw one person tweet out a picture of Kyle Tucker squatting in right field. They were saying, his body language has been off. Is there something going on in his personal life? A lot of ridiculous speculation considering the picture that he had of Tucker was still rather grainy. And I get it. Like, your eyes in a situation like that are probably going to be better than whatever an iPhone can zoom in and capture. But I thought that was a bit of a reach to wonder what's going on in his personal life. But clearly, he just isn't himself right now. And he's, 5 for 37 this postseason? Like, that's obviously bad. At least he's got a couple of 3 doubles, to be specific. And he did get that walk. Like, he did approach the Leclerc eventually bases loaded situation the right way. Make Leclerc pitch to you. He will throw balls. You got to lay off unless he's giving you something you absolutely love. And maybe that's the dynamic with Leclerc. Maybe when you're going up against him, it looks like he is giving you something good. He has some deceptive pitches, which is why he also ends up throwing a lot of balls. Maybe there's a little bit of Christian Javier to him or something like that. But there's got to be patience from these Astros bats. They can't press to score runs, and they got to not think about the fact that they've struggled at home. They've got to not think about the fact that they've, in particular, struggled at home this postseason. 2.8 runs a game in 5 games. Can't think about it. Because when they think about it, they get aggressive, and their approach suffers, and it lends itself to guys like Nathan Eovaldi barely throwing any pitches to get through 6 innings. Same thing with Jordan Montgomery. Scherzer will, I think, be better than he was last time by default because that was his first start after a month off. You got to be patient, and you got to make him work.
The corner at the wall.
No.
It's gone. Just over the glove of Tucker.
No. I don't need any reminders of last night. I don't. You don't either. It's Monday. And guess what's tonight, Sean? You know the answer. I know the answer. Everyone who's been listening to my show over the course of these playoffs You know what tonight is.
I think it's the biggest game of the Astros season.
This is 100% the biggest game of the Astros season.
This is why, by the way, quick side note, this is why I'm against calling things the biggest game of the Astros season in like September, is because, yeah, you know what? That Royal series was pretty big. Call me a contrarian. This one's a little bit bigger.
But here's the thing, Sean. So part of our bit continuing to do this is because we're making fun of that concept. But the other part is the new mentality of the Paul Gallant show and the sober journey that I am on and love to remind people about, like most people that are going through a sober phase. By the way, shout out to the people who actually go through it. It's more the constant, like, patting yourself on the back about how you're going through it, as opposed to, you know, maybe being real and talking about the struggles of how difficult that can be. But, guys, the positive chakra that the Paul Gallant show has manifested upon the city of Houston, especially when it comes to all things Astros, is that the reason that every game is the biggest game of the season is because today is the greatest day of your life. But here's the thing. I care about you people. I do. What? Just because I said you people, it means I'm looking down on you? No. Guys, I care about you. I care about this city. I am willing to do things to make things happen. No, not that. No, I am not doing that. I know it's going through your head. It's going through my head. I'm not even going to say it on the air. I will not do that. But there's some peer pressure here. D'Amico Senko _9, twitch.tv/ESPN975. I swear on all things holy, if Paulie G doesn't drink El Tiempo margaritas tonight and we lose, I'm out. Coog Blaze commented, someone tie Paulie up at the game and pour El Tiempo margs down his throat. That seems a little bit much. No. This is from the text line. Did you drink last postseason? If so, then start drinking ASAP. I got to say, seems to be a lack of respect. I mean, shoot. Sean, you weren't there at East River 9, but La Grasa, who, cool dude and all, but La Grasa kept on coming over to me and trying to get me to take a shot or have a drink. And I've told him it the multiple times that I've been out and about watching Astros games this postseason. No. And then he got a little handsy, and then I started to get mad. Don't touch another guy's nipple, dude. That deserved to be called out on the radio. That was where I was like, okay, I know I'm a public figure and all, but, like, don't do that. Pushed his arm away.
Went full Adolis Garcia.
No, I think I would have been well within my right to go full Adolis Garcia, but I didn't because you are a listener and you're part of my family. But I'm willing to make sacrifices. I know that one of our Twitch listeners wants me to wear the white pants. I wore those on Saturday night. I can't wear those to the ballpark. I can't distract people in the press area. I'm too hot for that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want every single reporter, regardless of their sexuality, to just be like, you know, I don't want that. I don't want that kind of attention. It's all about the Astros. It's about Game 7. I'm not wearing the white pants, but I am open to the idea of drinking for you people who are so superstitious if things don't go so well for the Astros. I believe a compromise would be, if things are not going well by the 5th inning, that I will consider making the trip to the Hornitos Bar in center field and getting my frozen $300 El Tiempo margarita. Hell, I might even put a little margarita sauce on it for an additional $49.99, which sounds good in concept but does not look good in execution. But whatever. I'm willing to do things for you. But I do want people to know the last time that I had a margarita at Minute Maid Park was during a Astros Padres game. This was the game where the Padres absolutely walloped the Astros. And I'm just saying, it didn't help. Didn't change anything. Didn't help. That was the last one I went to. So, just something to keep in mind. I don't think that this is going to change the Astros' fortunes. I think this is going to change the Astros' fortunes tonight. Before we get to our friend in just a moment on the phone, 713-780-3776. The advantage of all advantages that the Astros have tonight and did not have in Game 6 and did not have in Game 5 and honestly did not have in Game 1 and Game 2 in hindsight, they have the better starting pitcher tonight. It's based off of what we've seen recently from Christian Javier in the postseason. Hell, last time around against the Rangers, against the Twins, Javier should deliver a better performance than Max Scherzer. Now, I don't know if Scherzer will be as shaky as he was in the start that he had Game 3 earlier this series, where he did not last very long. It was his first game after a month off with the shoulder injury that he'd suffered. But between those two and what we've seen of them recently, Javier is clearly the better pitcher. And the Astros, who win games when they take advantage of opportunities early, have to take advantage of opportunities early. You have to assault Scherzer from the get-go. Me drinking is not going to affect this game in any way. I'm not like the horoscope boys coming up next with all their superstitions as well. I'm not that. And they're saying, oh, Paul can't go to the game at Minute Maid Park. They've won one of the games I went to at Minute Maid Park. This idea that we have to do the same thing over and over again when I've done different things for every single one of the Astros road wins is also completely ridiculous. I've watched games at 3 different bars. You know, oh, but you have to go to a bar. No, just stop. Just stop with the superstition stuff. Drinking's not going to change it. Me going to a bar is not going to change it. They have to get hits, as has been the case all effing year long. They have to get hits. I didn't swear that time. Shout out to me. We have made it officially one segment without swearing and violating the FCC's BS regulations.
We're not actually at the end of the segment, so I'm not ready to flip the little card that says we have not had a dump button in this many days.
Right. Yeah,
we should actually get one of those for the studio.
They were calling out from what I underhear. Underhear. That doesn't make any sense. But from what I understand,
want me to dump that?
They're at yes. I used to work with somebody who would have the producer dump whenever he made like a small mistake, and it just added up. It was crazy. Anyway, where was I? This is where we always get to.
I have no idea.
On Friday, they said that I don't watch the games because I didn't notice the banana boy who was behind home plate. Sorry, I pay attention to baseball, unlike the non-professionals after me. But whatever, it's fine. Let's go to the phone, 713-780-3776. We got Tab, our Rangers fan friend, calling in before a do-or-die Game 7 tonight. Tab, I'm annoyed that we did not have a show on Saturday because I would have liked to hear from you then. But congrats to your Rangers. This thing made it all the way to 7, and they do have a chance to win tonight given the Astros struggles at home this year.
Yes, sir, they do. And the thing with all the whining I've been hearing from you today, I've got a perfect sound effect for you and your Astros fans who are complaining that that you got a player suspended.
Yeah.
That's what y'all are sounding like. You know?
Tab, I have a question.
Go up, put your big boy britches on.
Your big boy britches on. Tab, I have a question. Was that a sound effect that you played, or did you make that noise yourself? Because if you made that noise yourself, you're like the guy from Police Academy.
Yes, I did make that noise.
You made that
myself.
yourself? Oh, that was impressive. I'm not gonna lie, that was impressive, Tab. That was impressive. But you got to admit, Garcia escalated that thing. Should he not have been suspended as well? I think the idea that Abreu would have thrown at Garcia in that spot is insane. They were down 2 runs. They had no outs. If this was a game where it had gotten out of hand, remember earlier in the year when Framber Valdez threw at Marcus Semien and that was clearly intentional? Like, that's one thing. Framber should have been suspended or ejected for that. For some reason, he wasn't. But this time around, I thought that Garcia was the person who turned this into a much bigger deal than it was. And that the main reason Abreu got suspended is because baseball was perhaps looking for a reason. Abreu had a different account of what happened than what Maldonado said. Maldonado said that they were trying to set up away, and Abreu said they were trying to set up inside. But come on, man. Shouldn't they both have been suspended for that? It wouldn't have affected last night's game. I think the Rangers still win with or without Adolis Garcia, just given the struggles of the Astros bats. But they both should have been suspended.
You're going to call me the same homer I called you, but I think it was obvious that he threw right at him.
But why do you think that? Because they've been through this before. For the Rangers, this is huge. This is the furthest that they've been in a really long time, this specific group of players. I just have a hard time buying into the idea that Abreu would have been bothered, or any Astro would have been bothered, by Garcia dancing the way that he has when they have been very patient and bit their tongue with a lot of vitriol that has been directed towards them. That's where I'm at, Tab. I just think if this was another team in that situation throwing at Garcia, sure, I'd believe it. But because of the success that the Astros have had, I just have a hard time thinking that that moment set anyone on that team over the edge.
Well, and I'm saying this politely as always, Paul, you have your opinion, and I have mine.
That is true, Tab. We appreciate you calling in, and I'm sure we'll hear from you tomorrow.
Oh, hey, and now you know this, win, lose, or draw, I'll call in.
That's why we like you.
I'll either congratulate you or I'll be looking for congratulations.
Oh, damn. Oh, boy. Oh, Tab, appreciate the phone call. that last part.
And after we win, I want you to wear a Texas Rangers T-shirt.
I won't do that. I'm sorry. I will not do that. But appreciate the phone call, Tab. We like Tab. He's fun.
Tab just cut a promo on us. That was insane what Tab just did to us.
God.
He came with the baby noise.
That baby noise was impressive.
He came with the I'll be here to congratulate you, or I'll be here for you to congratulate me.
Man, I almost like he asked me so politely to do it. I can't do it.
No,
though.
you can't.
I can't do it.
You cannot do it.
No.
Paul, I will not allow you to do that.
Good. Listen, we need some positive vibes. We can't go to a commercial break so quickly, right? I know we're up against it, Sean. Can we play? Can we get a little positive vibes? We need some positive vibes. Tab just took all the air out of the room with a really good trash talk phone call. We need something.
Here's 1 minute and 2 seconds of positive Astros.
Huzzah!
Why did they argue the umpire's call? Why did the fielders crash into walls? Why do you think the pitchers throw smoke? Why do you think they go for broke? Who says it's only a game? Why do the catchers wear iron masks? Why do they dive for the dive on the grass? Why do they go head first into home? Why do the losers feel all alone? Who says it's only a game? When you wanted to give it all you got,
The war's not over till the final shot.
Game 7.
it's pride and glory and fame.
Who says it's only a game?
Why do you think they call them spikes? Why do you think they call them strikes?
Umpires don't know that.
Why do they give it more than they've got? Why do they always reach for the top? Who says it's only a game?
With me now, Astros baseball. Who says it's only a game? Okay, guys, we got to end on a high note. I think a little music in the background will help us get pumped up for today's game. No, not the Astros cocaine song. Hang on, let me get into Pacino mode. Oh! I don't know what to say, really. 7 hours till the biggest game of the season on the biggest day of our lives. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. It's called Minute Maid Park. Believe me. We can stay here, get the crap kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. we can climb out of hell 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I gave up drinking for October. My mom told me I'm running out of options. I wasted 2 years of my life in Seattle, and every single woman I've ever chased has said no to me. Again, running out of options. Thanks, Mom. When you get old in life, things get taken away from you, like having perfectly black hair. I had some broad at a party I was at on Saturday night ask me if I was going to go salt and pepper for the rest of my life, and that suggested maybe dyeing my hair like I'm Coach K. That's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff like my perfectly jet black hair. You find out life's this game of inches, and so is baseball. Because in either game, life or baseball, the margin for error is so small. One pitch against us that's 2 feet outside can be called a ball. The inches, the feet we need everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every inning, every pitch. And in this city, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all the inches, that's gonna make the bleeping difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. Now, I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the fan next to you at Minute Maid Park. Look into his eyes like I'm looking into Sean Mape's eyes right now. I think you're going to see a guy who will go that inch with you. The 6 inches in front of your face. You're going to see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this city, maybe even breaking sobriety. Because he knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for him. That's baseball, gentlemen. That's all it is. Now, what are you going to do for the biggest game of the season on the best day of your life? You're going to see an Astros win at Minute Maid Park tonight. Thank you. Any Given Sunday. Great movie. Great movie. And yeah, here is what I'm going to do, okay? Things aren't going our way by the 5th inning. I'm going to go on a lap, because it's frowned upon if you're a member of the baseball media to get yourself a margarita. I'm just going to get lost from the press box for a moment. And I will take photo evidence to show that, yeah, fine, I did it for you. But only if things are bad in the 5th inning. And I know a lot of people are like, well, what if things are bad early? I truly do not believe that my actions have any impact on this game. But if it makes you guys feel a little bit better, I'll do it. But only because I love you guys. We really are the most interactive sports talk show in Houston. And I want you to just sitting in your car or listening to the show wherever you are right now, just imagine me giving you a big bear hug. And I give good hugs. I do. Many people are talking about my hugs, the biggest hugs, the best hugs, the greatest hugs. Time for a little garbage time.
I'm only happy when it's
Garbage. And then I start eating garbage.
If there's one guy up here who knows about total garbage,
Garbage.
it's this guy. It's Garbage Time with Paul Gallant. Let's go.
Now, if that speech didn't work, maybe the Astros could hire Davos Swinney for a little bit of help, especially after this, after the game on Saturday.
Some coaches have employed sports psychiatrists. Have you ever done that?
Oh, we got him. He's probably on suicide watch right now.
No louder.
Yeah. We got him. So again, just sometimes things don't go. I mean, I'm sure things have not gone the way y'all always want. Maybe in your professional career from time to time, maybe you had a plan and you worked hard and you did everything and it didn't go the way you want. Well, I mean, you know what? You just gotta keep moving. You gotta ketta keep going. And so you gotta, in a team environment, you have a decision to make. You stay together or you divide.
So didn't start off great for Dabo there. He was asked about his mental health coach and said, yeah, he probably wants to kill himself right now. But after 10 seconds of trying to figure out, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Guess what? He got back into the swing of things with a motivational line. How about that?
The sports psychologist has to have a little bit more mental toughness than 4 and 3. I'm on suicide watch. I'll just say that. I don't know if Dabo actually followed up with that sports psychologist to see how he was doing, but yeah, I would like my sports psychologist to again, mental toughness.
That's all we're looking for. Mental toughness from Christian Javier, from Kyle Tucker.
From Clemson sports psychologist.
That too.
The Houston sports psychologist too. The Astros sports psychologist.
Today's the biggest game of the season. Today is the greatest day of your life.